In the month of May, the planet Saturn begins rising earlier in the morning sky, slowly becoming easier for early risers and stargazers to observe before sunrise. Known for its spectacular rings, Saturn is one of the most fascinating planets visible from Earth, and its appearance in the early morning sky marks the beginning of a new observing season. At the start of May, Saturn rises only a short time before the Sun. Because of this, the sky is already beginning to brighten with dawn, making the planet somewhat difficult to spot. However, as the weeks pass, Saturn rises earlier each day. By the end of the month, it appears much higher above the eastern horizon before sunrise, giving observers a better opportunity to see it. Saturn shines with a steady yellowish glow and does not twinkle as strongly as stars. This steady light can help observers distinguish it from nearby stars in the sky. While it may appear as a bright point of light to the naked eye, even a small telescope can reveal one of Saturn's most famous features, its beautiful ring system. Saturn's rings are made of billions of pieces of ice and rock, ranging in size from tiny grains to objects as large as mountains. These particles orbit the planet in a thin, flat disk, creating the stunning rings that have amazed astronomers for centuries. The rings were first observed in detail in 1610 by the Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei using one of the earliest telescopes. At the time, Galileo could not clearly see the rings and described Saturn as having strange ears or side extensions. Later observations by other astronomers revealed that these structures were actually rings surrounding the planet. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest planet in the solar system, after Jupiter. Despite its enormous size, Saturn is made mostly of hydrogen and helium, making it a gas giant with no solid surface like Earth. One interesting fact about Saturn is that it is the least dense planet in the solar system. If there were a large enough ocean, Saturn could theoretically float because its average density is lower than that of water. Saturn also has an impressive system of moons. More than 140 moons have been identified orbiting the planet. The largest of these is Titan, which is even larger than the planet Mercury and has a thick atmosphere filled with nitrogen and methane. Titan is one of the most intriguing worlds in the solar system and has been studied by several space missions. One of the most important missions to explore Saturn was the Cassini-Huygens mission. Launched in 1997, the spacecraft arrived at Saturn in 2004 and spent more than a decade studying the planet, its rings, and its many moons. The mission provided stunning images and valuable scientific discoveries about the Saturn system. As May continues and Saturn climbs higher in the morning sky, it becomes an easier target for telescopes and binoculars. Early morning observers who look toward